Today, we're taking a closer look at a classic American coin that's been a part of our daily lives for decades, the 1960 Lincoln penny. This seemingly simple coin holds a rich history and several interesting features that make it a favorite among collectors. Join us as we explore the design, history, and value of the 1960 1-cent coin. Let's dive right in and discover what makes this penny a noteworthy piece of numismatic history. First, let's examine the design of the 1960 Lincoln penny. On the obverse, or front side of the coin, you'll find the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been a staple of the Lincoln cent since its debut in 1909. The obverse features Lincoln's profile facing right, with the inscriptions "Liberty" to the left and "In God We Trust" above his head. The year 1960 is displayed prominently to the right of Lincoln. If your coin was minted in Denver, you'll see a small D mint mark just below the year, indicating its origin. The reverse side of the 1960 Lincoln penny displays a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 by Frank Gasparro to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The memorial is flanked by the inscriptions "United States of America" above and 1 cent below. Above the memorial, you'll find the motto "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," which underscores the unity of the nation. The 1960 Lincoln penny was minted during a pivotal period in American history. The late 1950s and early 1960s were marked by significant social and political changes. The United States was experiencing a post-war economic boom, and the 1960s were characterized by the rise of civil rights movements, technological advancements, and significant cultural shifts. In 1960, Dwight D. Eisenhower was serving his second term as president, and the country was preparing for the transition to a new leader. John F. Kennedy was elected as the 35th President of the United States in November 1960, ushering in a new era of American politics and optimism. The 1960 Lincoln penny reflects this era of change and progress. The coin's design, with the Lincoln Memorial, symbolized the nation's respect for its past while looking forward to a bright future. Now let's explore how the 1960 Lincoln penny was produced. The U.S. Mint's process for creating these coins involved several precise steps. The journey begins with large sheets of metal that are cut into small discs known as planchettes. For the Lincoln penny, the coin is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it its distinctive reddish-brown color. The planchettes are then cleaned and heated to soften the metal before being fed into coining presses. In the coining press, the softened planchettes are struck with dies engraved with the coin's design. This process imprints the detailed features of Abraham Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial onto the coin's surface. After striking, the coins are inspected for quality. Any that do not meet the stringent standards set by the U.S. Mint are rejected and melted down for recycling. The final coins are then packaged and distributed for circulation. When it comes to value, the 1960 Lincoln penny is a common coin, but there are some interesting aspects to consider for collectors. The 1960 Lincoln penny was minted in very large quantities. Over 1.2 billion coins were produced that year, with approximately 960 million struck at the Philadelphia Mint and 260 million at the Denver Mint. Because of this high mintage, most 1960 Lincoln pennies are relatively inexpensive and are worth only their face value in average circulated condition. However, condition is key when it comes to coin collecting. Uncirculated examples of the 1960 Lincoln penny, particularly those graded as mint state MS65 or higher, can be worth more. A high-quality, uncirculated 1960 penny might fetch several dollars depending on its condition and the presence of any unique characteristics. Another interesting aspect for collectors is the presence of mint errors. While not as common in 1960 as in some other years, errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or die cracks can make a coin significantly more valuable. For example, a 1960 penny with a doubled die can be worth much more to the right collector. The 1960 Lincoln penny also comes in a proof version, which was struck for collectors at the Philadelphia Mint. Proof coins are made with specially polished dies and have a mirrored finish that gives them a distinctive look. These proof coins are more sought after by collectors and can be worth more than their circulation counterparts. The design of the Lincoln penny has remained largely unchanged since its introduction in 1909. This enduring design pays homage to one of America's most revered presidents and symbolizes the nation's respect for its historical figures. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side of the coin was introduced in 1959, and it represents more than just a building. It embodies the values and history of the nation. This design choice reflects the U.S. Mint's commitment to honoring American heritage while providing a design that resonates with the public. The 1960 Lincoln penny, with its connection to both historical and contemporary events, remains a valuable piece of American history. It's a testament to the changing times and the ongoing legacy of Abraham Lincoln. If you're interested in adding the 1960 Lincoln penny to your collection, here are a few tips. Look for coins in the best possible condition, as higher grade examples will be more valuable. Consider seeking out both the Philadelphia and Denver Mint versions to complete your set. Keep an eye out for any interesting errors or proof coins, as these can add unique value to your collection. And remember, while the 1960 Lincoln penny is common, each coin carries a piece of history that makes it special. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1960 USA 1-cent coin. This iconic penny, with its unique history and notable features, is a gem in any numismatic collection. Join us as we explore its design, historical context, and why it's a significant piece for collectors. The year 1960 was a pivotal time in American history. The nation was witnessing significant changes with the rise of new cultural movements and the election of John F. Kennedy as president. The 1960 D-penny was minted during this transformative period, reflecting the economic and social conditions of the time. The obverse of the 1960 D-penny features a well-known portrait of Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner. This design, in use since 1909, shows Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" to his left, and the date 1960 to his right. The D Mint mark, indicating the Denver Mint, is positioned just below the date. On the reverse side, the 1960 D penny continues to feature the classic wheat ears design, which was introduced in 1909 and remained in use until 1958. This design, created by Brenner, shows two stalks of wheat framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above these inscriptions is the phrase "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," symbolizing the unity of the United States. This design was a tribute to the agricultural roots of America and was a hallmark of the Lincoln Cent series for nearly half a century. The 1960 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark. During 1960, the Denver Mint produced over 1.5 billion pennies, reflecting the high demand for small change in the thriving post-war economy. This substantial mintage makes the 1960 D penny relatively common compared to other years, but its collectible value lies in its unique features and historical significance. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1960 D penny is the presence of two distinct varieties, the small date and large date. These varieties refer to the size and spacing of the digits in the date 1960. Large date: the large date variety has larger, more evenly spaced numerals. The 6 and 0 in the date are more prominent, making it the more common version. Small date. The small date variety features smaller, closer set numerals, with the 6 and 0 appearing more compact. This variety is rarer and is particularly sought after by collectors. The distinction between these two varieties is subtle but significant, and the small date version, especially in higher grades, can be quite valuable. Like all Lincoln cents from this period, the 1960 D penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams, which is slightly heavier than the copper-plated zinc pennies introduced after 1982. The coin's copper content gives it a distinct reddish-brown color, which can deepen and become more pronounced over time as the coin ages. The high copper content contributes to the coin's appeal, especially in high grades, although its primary value comes from its historical and collectible aspects rather than its metal content. The 1960 D penny is also known for various minting errors and varieties that can significantly enhance its value. Some notable errors include, repunched mint mark RPM. This error occurs when the mint mark is struck more than once, resulting in a doubled or shifted appearance. RPMs on 1960 D pennies can be highly collectible, depending on the prominence of the error. Doubled die. A doubled die error happens when the die used to strike the coin has been imprinted with the design twice, leading to noticeable doubling on the date or inscriptions. While less common, these errors can add significant value to a 1960 D penny. Off-center strikes. Coins that were not properly aligned during minting may show the design off-center. The degree of misalignment can vary, and more extreme examples are especially sought after. These errors contribute to the coin's allure among collectors, who often seek out the most unusual or rare varieties to complete their collections. The value of a 1960 D penny varies based on its condition, mint mark, and whether it's a small date or large date variety. Here's a general idea of what you might expect. Circulated condition. In this condition, the coin is worth a bit more than its face value, typically between 0.05 and 0.10. The value can vary based on the overall appearance and copper content. Mint state MS65, coins in this condition, particularly the small date variety, can be valued between 5 and 15. High-grade examples are more desirable and command a premium. Errors and varieties. Coins with notable errors or varieties, such as the small date or repunched mint marks, can fetch significantly higher prices. Values can range from $50 to several $100, depending on the rarity and visibility of the error. The market for 1960 D pennies can fluctuate based on collector interest and the availability of high-quality examples, so it's always worth checking recent auction results and price guides. If you're looking to add a 1960 D penny to your collection, here are a few tips to help you find and preserve it. Identify the variety. Use a magnifying glass to distinguish between the small date and large date varieties. This will help you determine the potential value and rarity of your coin. Check for errors. Look for repunched mint marks, doubled dies, or off-center strikes. These errors can significantly increase the coin's value, so pay attention to details. Condition matters. The value of a 1960 D penny increases with its condition. Seek out coins with minimal wear, clear details, and original luster. Professional grading by services like PCGS or NGC can also enhance the coin's value. Proper storage. Store your pennies in coin holders, albums, or tubes to prevent damage. Keep them in a cool, dry place to avoid tarnishing. Handle them with gloves or tweezers to preserve their condition. The 1960 D USA 1-cent coin is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. With its classic design, historical context, and unique varieties, it remains a valuable addition to any collection. We're taking a closer look at a classic American coin that played a part in the economic history of the early 1970s, the 1973 Lincoln penny. This seemingly modest coin carries with it a rich background and several unique features that make it a fascinating piece for collectors. Join us as we delve into the design, historical context, and value of the 1973 1-cent coin. Let us explore what makes the 1973 Lincoln penny a noteworthy addition to any coin collection. First, let us examine the design of the 1973 Lincoln penny. The obverse, or front side of the coin, features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln. This iconic design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been a staple of the Lincoln cent since its introduction in 1909. The obverse features Lincoln's profile facing right, with the inscriptions "Liberty" to the left and "In God We Trust" above his head. The year 1973 is displayed prominently to the right of Lincoln. If your coin has a D mint mark below the year, it was struck at the Denver Mint. Without a mint mark, it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the familiar design of the Lincoln Memorial, a depiction introduced in 1959 by Frank Gasparo to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse displays the memorial with the inscriptions "United States of America" above and 1 cent below. Above the memorial, you'll see the motto "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," reflecting the unity of the nation. The 1973 Lincoln penny was minted during a period of significant change and challenge in American history. The early 1970s were marked by economic turbulence, including rising inflation and the oil crisis, which had a profound impact on the economy and everyday life. In 1973, Richard Nixon was serving as President of the United States, having been re-elected in 1972. The country was grappling with the aftermath of the Vietnam War and a series of political scandals that would culminate in the Watergate crisis later that year. Despite these challenges, the 1973 Lincoln penny continued to circulate as a symbol of American currency. It represents a time when the country was undergoing significant transformations, both politically and economically. Now let us explore the minting process for the 1973 Lincoln penny. The production of these coins involved several precise steps. The process begins with large sheets of metal, which are cut into small discs called planchettes. The 1973 Lincoln penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it its characteristic reddish-brown color. These planchettes are then cleaned and heated to prepare them for striking. The planchettes are then fed into coining presses, where they are struck with dies engraved with the coin's design. This process imprints the detailed features of Abraham Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial onto the coin's surface. After striking, the coins undergo quality control checks. Any coins that do not meet the stringent standards set by the U.S. Mint are rejected and melted down. The final coins are then packaged and distributed for circulation. When it comes to value, the 1973 Lincoln penny is relatively common, but there are a few interesting aspects for collectors to consider. The 1973 Lincoln penny was minted in large quantities. Over 1.2 billion coins were produced that year, with approximately 975 million struck at the Philadelphia Mint and 260 million at the Denver Mint. Due to this high mintage, most 1973 Lincoln pennies are not particularly valuable in average circulated condition and are generally worth their face value. However, condition is key when it comes to coin collecting. Uncirculated examples of the 1973 Lincoln penny, particularly those graded as mint state MS65 or higher, can be worth more. High quality, uncirculated coins can fetch several dollars depending on their condition and rarity. Additionally, collectors should be on the lookout for any interesting mint errors. While errors are less common in the 1973 Lincoln penny, finding a coin with characteristics such as doubled dies or off-center strikes can add unique value to your collection. The 1973 Lincoln penny also comes in a proof version, which was struck for collectors at the Philadelphia Mint. Proof coins are made with specially polished dies and have a distinctive mirrored finish. These proof coins are typically more sought after and can be worth more than their circulation counterparts. The design of the Lincoln penny has remained largely unchanged since its introduction in 1909. This enduring design pays tribute to one of America's most revered presidents and symbolizes the nation's respect for its historical figures. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side of the coin, introduced in 1959, represents more than just a building. It embodies the values and history of the nation. This design choice reflects the U.S. Mint's commitment to honoring American heritage while providing a design that resonates with the public. The 1973 Lincoln penny, with its historical context and design, remains a valuable piece of American numismatic history. It reflects a period of change and growth while continuing to honor the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. If you're looking to add the 1973 Lincoln penny to your collection, here are a few tips. Seek out coins in the best possible condition, as higher grade examples will be more valuable. Consider acquiring both the Philadelphia and Denver Mint versions for a complete set. Keep an eye out for any unique mint errors or proof coins, as these can add significant value to your collection. And remember, while the 1973 Lincoln penny may be common, it still carries a piece of history that makes it special. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1973 Lincoln cent. This coin, often seen as a staple in everyday transactions, has its own unique story and can be an interesting piece in any collection. We'll explore its design, historical context, and what makes it collectible. Let's get started. The 1973 Lincoln cent was produced during a significant era in American numismatic history. By the early 1970s, the Lincoln cent had already been a part of American coinage for over 60 years, having been first introduced in 1909. The 1970s were a time of transition and change for the U.S. Mint, as economic pressures and changes in the coinage composition began to shape the future of American currency. During this period, the U.S. Mint faced challenges related to rising production costs and the economic realities of inflation. The design of the Lincoln cent remained unchanged, but its production and distribution were influenced by these broader economic factors. The 1973 Lincoln cent, minted in Denver, reflects this era's economic and numismatic environment. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1973 Lincoln cent. On the obverse side, we see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has been a mainstay on the Lincoln cent since 1909. Brenner's portrait of Lincoln is based on a famous photograph by Matthew Brady, capturing the 16th president's dignified and thoughtful expression. The obverse also includes the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1973. The inscription "Liberty" is located to the left of Lincoln's profile, while "In God We Trust" arches above his head. The date 1973 is placed to the right. On the reverse side, the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo. This reverse design has been on the Lincoln cent since 1959, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse side includes the inscriptions "United States of America," "E Pluribus Unum," and 1 cent. The Lincoln Memorial, with its iconic columns and statue of Lincoln, remains a symbol of the nation's respect for its 16th president. The reverse design also includes a small, subtle detail, a depiction of Lincoln himself, seated in the memorial. This detail adds an extra layer of appreciation for collectors who examine the coin closely. Now, let us delve into the technical specifications and mintage figures for the 1973 D Lincoln cent. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition was standard for pennies struck between 1909 and 1982, before the switch to a predominantly zinc composition. The 1973 D Lincoln cent has a diameter of 19.05 mm and weighs 2.5 grams. The coin features a plain edge, which is characteristic of most U.S. cents. In terms of mintage, the 1973 D Lincoln cent was produced in large quantities, reflecting its role as a common circulating coin. The approximate mintage figures are: 1973 D Denver Mint, 3,401,600,000. The high mintage figures mean that the 1973 D Lincoln cent is relatively common in circulated condition. However, this does not detract from its interest to collectors, who often seek out well-preserved specimens. When it comes to collecting the 1973 D Lincoln cent, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a perfect, uncirculated coin. Most 1973 D Lincoln cents found in circulation will be in lower grades, such as good G to fine F. These coins typically have minimal value beyond face value, with prices generally staying close to the cent's nominal worth. However, coins that are in higher grades, such as mint state MS65 or above, can command higher prices. For instance, a 1973 D Lincoln cent in MS65 might be worth around 5 to 10. Proof coins are not applicable for the 1973 D cent, as proof versions are only produced for select years and are usually denoted by an S mint mark for the San Francisco Mint. Therefore, the focus for 1973 D collectors is primarily on the quality and preservation of the circulating coins. Finding a 1973 D Lincoln cent in a high-grade state can be a rewarding experience, and coins that exhibit exceptional detail and minimal wear are particularly sought after. One of the exciting aspects of coin collecting is discovering errors and varieties. While the 1973 D Lincoln cent does not have major varieties, collectors should still be on the lookout for potential errors that could add value to their collection. Some errors that can occur include off-center strikes. An off-center strike occurs when the coin is not properly aligned with the die, resulting in a portion of the design being missing. These errors can be interesting for collectors, with values depending on the extent of the misalignment. Die cracks and cuds, these occur when the die used to strike the coin develops a crack or chip, creating raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin's surface. While these errors are less dramatic than some others, they can still be a point of interest. Doubled die errors, although rare for the 1973 D cent, a doubled die error involves a design being struck twice at slightly different angles, causing the design to appear doubled. Such errors can be particularly valuable to collectors. While these errors are not as common, they can be an exciting addition to any collection if found. If you're looking to add the 1973 D Lincoln cent to your collection, here are a few strategies to consider. Focus on high grades. Seek out coins in higher grades, such as MS65 or above. These coins are more valuable and can be a more rewarding find compared to lower grade examples. Look for errors. While not abundant, errors can make a coin more interesting. Keep an eye out for off-center strikes, die cracks, or other anomalies. Complete a year set, collecting all the Lincoln cents from a specific year, including the 1973 D, can provide a comprehensive view of that year's coinage. Preservation, proper storage and handling are crucial for maintaining the condition of your coins. Use coin holders or holders to keep your 1973 D Lincoln cents in pristine condition. Collecting Lincoln cents offers a great opportunity to explore American history and numismatics, and the 1973 D cent is no exception. As we look to the future, the Lincoln cent remains a topic of discussion. While some argue for the discontinuation of the penny due to rising production costs, the coin continues to be a significant part of American culture and numismatics. Whether or not the penny remains in circulation, the 1973 D Lincoln cent will always be a part of the rich tapestry of U.S. coinage. Its design, history, and the thrill of finding well-preserved or rarer specimens ensure its place in the hearts of collectors. And that wraps up our exploration of the 1973 D Lincoln cent. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin offers a glimpse into American numismatic history and the ongoing evolution of U.S. coinage. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting content.